Hey everyone, it's Even Migajono. Welcome back to more Pokemon FireRed. Last time we defeated Koga in the Houston City Gym. God, I forgot the name of the goddamn city for a second. In this episode, we're going to come here to the Safari Zone. Just a couple of things we need to do here. Welcome to Safari Zone. For $500, you can play the Safari game. You can roam the wide open Safari and catch what you like. Would you like to play? Yes. So it costs 500 Poké to do this. I'm gonna post commentate over the Safari Zone because there is a bunch of new Pokemon in here, and it's probably going to be better for me to, or easier for me to explain if I post commentate over it. So, alright then, here we go. Okay, so starting off with this goddamn laundry list of Pokemon that appear in here, we start off with Execute. Execute is Grass Psychic type Pokemon. It's got a great typing, to be honest. The only problem is that it actually has a bunch of weaknesses. It's pretty good for special attack, considering both those types are special attacking types. Don't even know why eggs are Grass Psychic, but whatever. I can somewhat recommend this. I guess if you want to be like the jackass that we fought in Lavender Tower, then go for it. Next up, you'll find Rhyhorn here. Rhyhorn's Ground Rock type Pokemon. It's a fantastic wall. Only problem with Rhyhorn is it has a crap special defense, and that goes with Rhydon too. And it has a quad weakness to grass and water, but I guess if you can get around both of those, it's seriously worth having because it is a great wall. Yeah, like I said, the grass and water are its main problems, so if you can get around those, it's seriously worth having on your side because, like I said, it's got a great attack, it's got a great defense, it's just a great all-round Pokemon. Next up we have Scyther. Scyther is Bug Flying, and despite it being Flying type, it cannot actually learn Fly. Its stats are actually pretty good for a Bug type, I guess. You can't get its final evolution in the main story of this game, but I can seriously recommend Scizor for later on. It is fast for a Steel type Pokemon. It ends up getting a great defense, and it still has its great attack stat. So seriously, if you want to wait around for Scizor, it's a great Pokemon, but even Scyther's a good Pokemon too, so I guess if you want to use that for the main story, then go for it. Next up is a Pokemon that I can really recommend. It is Pinsir. Pinsir is probably one of the best Bug-type Pokemon there is. Seriously, I absolutely love Pinsir. Attack and defense are absolutely flawless. I mean, look at it. Special defense isn't too bad either. You don't really need to worry about a special attack. Its speed is pretty dang good too. Anything over a base of 85 is pretty good for a Bug-type. It has nice moves, nice abilities as well, which can really help out in tight situations. So Pinsir, definitely I can go for it. And then you'll find Chansey. Chansey, you cannot get any of its evolutions in the main story of this game. You can get Blissey, you cannot get Happiny though. That's what Diamond, Pearl, Platinum plays. But again, you have to wait till after you defeat the Pokemon League to get Blissey. Chansey has a ton of HP. It's a great special defensive wall because it just takes hits like it's absolutely nothing. Its defense is absolutely appalling though. Seriously, it can be full HP and take a physical attack and it'll faint. Its defense is that bad, but if you just want it for a special defensive wall, then definitely go for it. It's pretty easy to train too. And then we have Dratini. Dratini is a pretty cute Pokemon, but that's nothing to do with its absolute stats or anything like that. I can recommend Dratini. I went through it in my Crystal Let's Play. Dragonite's a great Pokemon. It's got pretty good stats all around. It's learned some pretty good moves. It's not a bad Pokemon. I can recommend picking one up. You have to have a Super Rod though, so yeah. And then we have Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan actually isn't too bad. I guess it's more of a favorite Pokemon, so if you actually like Kangaskhan, you kind of use it. If you don't, you don't use it. If you like the way, or if you like what you saw when we battled Giovanni back in Celadon City, and you kind of want one of your own, then I can suggest going for it, but it's kind of rare, 1%. Good luck actually finding that and then catching it. Anyway, there is a lot of things you can do in the Safari Zone. There are a ton of items, and the battle system actually works out a lot differently since you don't have your own Pokemon. So basically the way it works out is you have your balls. Oh god, that sounds so wrong. You have a rock and you have bait. So basically a rock will make it angry but easier to catch. A rock will make it angry and easier to flee, but easier to catch. So it'll have a higher flee rate, but easier to catch. And a bait will keep it around for longer, but it'll make it harder to catch. So yeah, you're going to have to be really careful with what you choose. And you get special balls in here as well. They're called safari balls. You get 30 of them, so you have 30 chances of catching a Pokemon. It's full of store right there. So yeah, you have 30 chances of catching a Pokemon, although you can only be in here for 600 steps. But you can actually stay on the spot and just lightly tap your D-pad, and it won't actually count as steps. So that's a cheat that I worked out. It's obviously a lot easier to do it that way. So yeah, if you really want Pokemon, like I showed in the bios, there are some pretty good Pokemon in here. Also, you can also catch Parasect, but you already know how I feel about Paras and Parasect. You can also catch Nidorina and Nidorino, which is the evolved form of both the Nidorans, and I've already gone through the Nidorans, so there's nothing really more I can explain about those. They're just a better version of the Nidorans, I guess. That's all I can really say about those, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, you can find Nidoran and we can find both Nidorans in here anyway, so I guess if you want to like train them up from the start, then be my guest. Does make it a little bit easier though, but the stats are a little bit lower because then you start getting into EVs and stuff like that. I guess any competitive battlers will only understand that. But I guess if for those who are competitive battlers, I didn't get this part. It says look for gold teeth. If he stepped like 2 more steps south, he would have found them. It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, if you come in this house here, you will get HM03, which is Surf. That's going to be really important for the rest of this game. You're definitely going to need Surf, so this is a must part of the game. You have to actually do this. Okay, now that that's done, let's go back to my normal commentary. That actually took a little bit longer than I thought it would. Anyway, I'm going to quickly teach Surf to Blastoise now. And we'll probably get rid of something like Tail Whip because we don't really need it. I'm going to keep Water Pulse just for those tight situations, I guess. Just like, you know, because Surfing has a PP of 15. I don't really want to use Surf on a Pokemon that has like 1 HP left or something like that. It's kind of stupid. Anyway, I'm going to end it off right here. So next time Pokemon FireRed, we're going to head back to Saffron City and see what Team Rocket's doing up there because they were at Grunts last time we were there. So yeah.